Grab your juice boxes and sit down, boys and girls, because the president's feeble and we're playing Resident Evil. Did you think Resident Evil 5 would be like the classic Resident Evil games with an isometric camera and challenging puzzles to solve? Well, congratulations on graduating from Silly Goose University. Did you think it'd be more like Resident Evil 4 by focusing on survival horror? Wrong again, Goofy Goober. Resident Evil 5 is all about action, action, action. This game must have been directed by Michael Bay himself, because you can't take 2 steps without seeing over-the-top, ridiculous cutscenes or action pieces. RE5 is an action movie and Chris Redfield is the main character, overflowing with enough testosterone to make Macho Man Randy Savage jealous. Chris Redfield is a Giga Chad who spends less time talking and more time punching, shooting, and bossing around his female partner Sheva.
Come on! Okay. Take it. Okay.
Chris must be pounding creatine and injecting steroids for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Salty Spittoon, because this man has biceps the size of cantaloupes, can kick a steel door off its fucking hinges, and uses a 2-ton boulder as a punching bag. Now, I knew right off the bat this game wasn't shooting for realism, because the game is set in Africa and there's no mention of malaria-infected mosquitoes, Ebola, or starving children that you can save for a small price of 50 cents a day. Donate today. This Resident Evil was the first to introduce co-op into the series, so your friend can play as Sheva and fail a quick time event letting Wesker break your neck, or you can fail an event and let her dumbass fall out of the back of a plane. Speaking of Sheva, some of you RE5 fans need to go outside and talk to a real woman instead of drawing Sheva with oversized breasts. I can't go 5 seconds looking at the Steam Community Hub page without seeing what you pervs have drawn up, you sickos. Actually, I gotta download something real quick, completely unrelated, hold on. The story is about Chris and Sheva trying to save the world from Wesker's diabolical plan. You quickly realize though that Chris and Sheva are no Sherlock and Watson because they constantly state the obvious and can't fathom plot points that you see coming from a mile away.
Damn it, where's Jill?
Jill? Maybe I'll tell you. Maybe I won't.
Speaking of Wesker dresses like he's in the Matrix, acts like he's the main character of an anime, and has an absolute man crush on Chris Redfield.
This isn't over, Chris. It seems I may have underestimated you, Chris. I should have killed you years ago. Chris. Time to die, Chris.
Wesker was definitely Naruto running through the hallways in high school. Playing Resident Evil 5 in 2023 is like taking a cold shower. Uncomfortable at first, but not so bad once you get used to it. And these enemies are not your standard zombies. These bad boys can run, jump, and even use regular weapons. Oh, wait a minute. Are we just killing ordinary African people? Uh-oh. Anyways, there are various types of enemies to fight, such as Leatherface, the bugs from Starship Troopers, Cujo, Undead Gene Simmons, whatever the hell that is, and more. And apparently the year is 1880 because you are also a part-time treasure hunter and there are gold coins laying around everywhere that you can use to buy weapons and equipment. There's a range of weapons to unlock and use, along with ridiculous upgrades like a 100-round drum mag on a Beretta M9. But do remember that there is an ammo shortage, so you cannot buy ammo in the shop. And don't worry about trying to upgrade ROID Redfield's fists, because Chris already ate all his spinach and makes all enemies quiver in their boots when he enters the room. Except for Wesker, who quivers in his panties. Now, one chapter I didn't like was chapter 5-3. I get dizzy and motion sickness easily, and this level was an absolute nightmare. You have to shoot these assholes while spinning on a platform, and I felt like I was riding the fucking teacups at Disneyland. We also played on veteran, so every time you get shot, it's as if you jumped in front of a speeding bullet train, pun intended. So we would have to restart the level, and by the end, I was just staring at the wall while Austin killed everyone. There's also 2 interesting DLCs. In one, you get to explore a spooky mansion that has the enemy population of the African desert, whereas in the other DLC, you feel like Brad Pitt from World War Z as you fight constant waves of these bastards. Your trigger button will need to be replaced after this one. If you like killing zombies with a time limit, there's also mercenary mode. You can also turn the game into a circus shooting gallery by getting unlimited ammo for the Magnum. And if you like sitting at the DMV, there's also online modes to play. Overall, Resident Evil 5 can be described as over-the-top shooting fun. I know some greasy nerd may say, actually, RE5 is one of the worst Resident Evil games, and I'd rather watch Mia Jovovich Taekwondo zombies than play that trash. I understand it may not be the best in the series, but if you have a friend or a hostage you can force to play with you, it's actually pretty fun. I give Resident Evil 5 3 Cujos out of 1 big-ass boulder that never made it home. Hey, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.